everyone, welcome back to Your Clean Start. So today's video is specifically designed for those of you who have already mastered residential cleaning, you've already taken on some clients, and you are really ready to get out of the home cleaning space and move towards a commercial cleaning space, because you may have heard that some solo cleaners like myself, or even team cleaners, if you have a couple of folks that work with you side by side on more than one person jobs, maybe you think that you are in a great place to try to take it to that next level. So how do we get our foot in the door? For those of you who are new to our community, hi, I am Stephanie, and I teach people how to keep their homes cleaner with less effort. And I also help aspiring cleaning pros like you and me learn the skills to earn big money on a part-time basis. So here we go. I have a whole set of notes here. So we're gonna go through this so I stay on task, because I can tend to be a little bit squirrely if I don't do this. So I'm going to stick to my notes as we go along. But I just wanted to share and just be real and honest with you. I don't want to pretend to come off as somebody who has their SHIT all together all the time. I may not do everything right, and I may not give you the best examples, but I'm going to teach you what I did that worked. I'm going to share some things that I tried that didn't work. Maybe if you and your personality might jive with a little bit better. So I came from a professional place in a home party plan company, and I had some experience with taking some extensive trainings. And so I might incorporate some of those little nuggets along the way just to help make it easier for you, because I personally love only working like 20 to 25 hours a week. And I just looked at my calendar, like my weeks around the holidays. I am only working because I block time off for myself. I am hosting, so I want to make sure that my home is cleaned, that my food is prepared. So that's what I love about this business, is that I can just do that and live my best life. So I wish that for you, and I wish that for the whole wide world, that everybody can find what works for them. But I personally love only working like 15 to 25 hours a week. If you want to do more hours, that's on you. Just know yourself, maybe be goal conscious. If you don't have a goal, write one down. It doesn't have to be some big, hairy, audacious goal. It can be just something very small. It can be just like make 10 phone calls a day or a week or whatever it is. So I like actionable goals rather than like things that I can control, like things that I can do. So like I can commit to making X amount of calls or X amount of emails or X amount of contacts, or taking the steps that are going to work for me. So that's what I suggest for you, is just kind of like a general over like across the board. So I am going to show you what actually worked for me. But the best part is that I have some really loyal and some really great and some very easy jobs at this point, because they're just maintenance cleans. So it's super easy. And then like, as I see stuff that needs to get touched up along the way, I can just kind of like tack that on depending on my relationship with that client, like money wise, or, because some of my people I bill out hourly, and some of them I bill out like a monthly rate. So you'll kind of figure out what works for you. I typically do a monthly rate for my like standard offices, and then my home offices, where they have offices in their homes, but I also incorporate their home cleaning, and I kind of merge the two. So and those are my two like 10-hour or plus a week. So it's nice because then I mean, there's still an office, but it's a little more home, but it's fine because it's like, it's so like standard and easy and routine at this point. So I love it. And they're super like schedule flexible. So for me, I highly value a flexible schedule. If you don't need that so much, if you're just like, lady, I have all the time in the world to, work, work, work. I want to work like a workhorse. I want to work 60 hours a week. Do you like, do whatever makes you happy and what you think that your body can take, because this business definitely will kind of like wear you down a little bit. So protect yourself, take care of yourself, go to the doctor. So in order to get commercial cleaning clients, you really have to adjust your mindset and really wrap your brain around what you're going to do and be 100% intentional. So I recommend make a goal. Just a simple 30-day task related goal, something that you are in control of and that you can take action steps on. So, and once we kind of go through the options, you can kind of pick. You don't have to do all of them. You can just pick one, and that's what I recommend. Just pick the one that sounds the most exciting, the most ROI, return on investment, as far as your time and your money and things like that. Some things do cost money, and many of them are free because I'm super huge into free resources. So I believe in utilizing the library for audiobooks. If you want to do some personal and business development, I definitely recommend getting some audiobooks because they're free from the library. So it costs you nothing. And then put them on while you're at work. So it's like work while you work, and help your business grow a lot faster because you're really like in the zone and getting in that mindset. If you do not already have business cards, I highly recommend for you to order some business cards. There are some very affordable business cards. I literally got all 3 of these next items I'm going to show you all from one Vistaprint order. I am not super tech savvy, but I was able to on Pick Collage. I know a lot of people use Canva, so whatever one that you prefer, just find like a digital thing, create a logo if you have not already done so. They're super easy. They have like a lot of templates that you can just plug and play. You can get stock images that I just like literally snapshot. And then I even like snapshotted like a picture of people, like 4 people in an office cleaning, just to show the image of what the type of client that I'm looking for, or the type of work that I'm looking to do. So think about which direction of commercial cleaning that you want to go into. It's good to niche down because then you're not doing, I think it's better to niche down because you're not like spending all this money and doing all of the things. So I was very intentional on who I was trying to market to. I wanted small offices because it was just me. I didn't have like a big staff or anything. I had a couple of people that I had paid for like a monthly job. I had like one 2-person team job. So, and those people would come and go and they would get full-time jobs. I would just like have another person to like plug in there. So I only had like a few people that I had like contacts with. So I did not want to start big to start with. I didn't have the team to start big. And I know that, yes, you can hire, but if I didn't have folks in mind for that team, I would have been very like stressed. So in order to just like stay within my stress levels and to stay within my goals, I wanted to start at small offices. So that was my focus. I wanted to do small legal offices, small medical offices, maybe a small retail store, a local bank, not a big bank, but like a local credit union is great because then it's just them. You can deal directly with the decision maker versus like if it's a bigger corporation, it's sometimes a little bit to go through. So that was kind of my thinking, that size. But then I was also open to other types of businesses too. So come at it like with a goal in mind, but I definitely say that once you get your logo made, which like I said, it only takes a few minutes with one of those designs, because I am not techie at all. And I did all of this all on my own with just my phone. And I am super not techie. So I just made this logo, Relief Office Cleaners. That is my business. And then on the back, I'm just going to black out my personals. But then on the back, you can see my name and then my photo. I did that intentionally. And that photo was literally taken right after I got my hair done. I always do that. Like right after I got my hair done, my salon has a selfie station. So like you go over there and you snap a picture. So I love that. And I always like take an updated hairstyle like photo. So I definitely recommend doing something like that, or just find like a basic like background. Lighting is everything. So just like move your phone around until you like find a good lighting, and then just just put a like, you can even filter it, but don't put like bunny ear filter it professionally. Just if you want to like touch up a blemish, because literally I'm like covering wrinkles. I'm at that stage, but I'm okay with that. It's whatever. But I like to have the photo on there because then when they pick up the card, they can look at it and go, oh yeah, that girl. Like I remember her. I remember that face. So like you want them to like remember. So it's just an easy thing, and it doesn't cost more. It doesn't cost more. I would say recommend to get a box of 1,000 to get the ball rolling, because if you want to actually like grow and do like a bunch of these things on the list, then you'll definitely want the box of 1,000. Then the other thing, so once your logo is made, then you're also going to apply it to a promotional flyer. So I just got these, again, all one order, so I only had to pay shipping one time. Like save yourself money on shipping. I made a flyer. It is, again, very low techie. It was not the best that I've seen. A whole lot slicker and a whole lot nicer, but it's whatever. It got the job done, which was what it needed to do. Like I got work. So I make these physical flyers. They're like a card stack, but you can still write like a Sharpie on them. And the Sharpie that I would always write with, I think I have it in my little thing. So my Sharpie that I would always write with is a blue Sharpie, because my company logo is like the logo colors are this bright blue. So it's like logo colors, but then you'll see why. So once I read this out. So the one side of it has our company name right here. I have a gold seal. It's very crappy done. If I were to redo it again, I would hire somebody to do it professionally, because now I have a little bit more spendable cash that I can invest in my business. But like when I started, I was just trying to get things done, and I kind of didn't care as much, but now I do. but it's a 100% guaranteed service guarantee. So all it's doing is telling my potential clients that have this in front of them that I am guaranteeing my service. And this, like, the service guarantee is if a cleaner doesn't show up, because I've heard of this being a problem with your potential clients. So cleaning clients have this problem, and like, think about what your clients have complained to you about other cleaners before you, and then fix that problem in your guarantee, if that makes sense. So I knew that it was a big problem for my clients to have people that just didn't show up for the job. Not even like that they didn't like their service, but they just weren't showing up. So I always want to guarantee service. So if one of my cleaners, like, let's say I have a team of cleaners that's cleaning multiple offices, what if one of my cleaners does not show up? Or like, how does that work? So I'm just guaranteeing them that I'm going to give them an entire free week of service, or a free month of service, or, do something that makes sense for you, or like 2 weeks of free service, something like that. So I always have that guarantee on there. And then just a little tagline of, because a clean workspace should be the last thing that you worry about. I want to give them, like, paint a little story in their brain. So that's what that's there for. And then I have a brief menu of what I offer. What we offer: daily and weekly office cleaning, regular supervised cleaning by our management staff. We're not happy unless you love our service. And then office move in, move out cleaning, monthly and quarterly deep cleaning, sanitizing. Text free estimate to my number to schedule your personalized walkthrough estimate. That's that side. So that tells the potential clients everything that I want to express to them, but don't want to stand there and tell them that. Like, you want them to have a moment to, like, digest it all. Because if you just, like, meet them, don't have this, and you just word vomit all this stuff to them, they're not going to hear it. They're not going to remember any of it. But it's nice because then that's all there. And then on there, like I said, all I did was I just put, I got a picture, like a total stock image. I'm just pulling it close. And just a bunch of people in an office cleaning, but in the color of my shirt. So, like, yes, it didn't have the logo on it, but who cares? My logo is up here, and it, like, pulls it together. So it's fine. And then, yeah. So this is my shirt. It is the real deal. This is the one I actually, like, wash and wear. But I also wear this to the offices that I clean. Here's why. Because if you ever cannot get into your building because the locks don't work, and that does happen. I have a photo studio that I clean for, and the locks are glitchy because it's like it's a really cool building with character, but character also has, like, stuff that's not even all the time. So the locks don't always work. So I've had people show up, and it's always good to have your, your work shirt on, because then that identifies you. But side note, always keep your business cards on you too, because if it's got your photo on it and your name, they can see that you're legit and you're not like somebody that's robbing the building, and they don't need to call the police. So keep your life simple. And that's just like a little side note tip. But that's why I say, like, to get all of those, because you're also going to wear this shirt on all of your, client interviews, walkthroughs. Raise your hand in the comments below and tell me if you have ever read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. So if you have not, or if you have, type Dale Carnegie down in the comments below so I know that you have read it. But it's by Dale Carnegie, and I have read it a few times. But it's really an awesome way to like understand how to interact with people, not in like a gross spammy way, but an actual like connection way, and how I'm trying to be on this channel and just be real and authentic and just share what works for me in order to, you know, maybe give some people some ideas and help others grow, because you know, I just love helping and I'm kind of addicted to it. So the thing that you want to know about people is you have to give to get. And you have to go in with a spirit of gratitude and having good karma. So, like, be a good person. Yes, like be a good person. And when you are not trying to, it was okay. So, when I first got into sales, the more I helped, the more I sold. And when I came at it from a spirit of how am I helping people, that's when things like gel. And so on this channel, of course, I'm always just trying to help. So just know that when you help others, they want to help you back. It is like literal psychology. And so when you come to like your approach and how you want to, you know, get clients, because you don't want everybody. You want the people that are really meant for you. You kind of have to have a gimmick. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I went with sugar cookies. So here was my thinking. If I walk into an office and this is an office that I want to clean and is a good fit for me, I want to make friends with these people. I want them to trust me. They don't know me, but I want them to trust me. So, because I have to be trustworthy enough to, you know, be licensed, bonded, and insured. Be that. Make sure that you have done those things before you are trying to get commercial accounts. You need those things in line. But choosing a gimmick in order to cross that bridge just smooths things out. So if you've ever heard you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar, you know, that's what we're doing here. You are connecting with them and giving them a kindness, because when you give someone a gift, then they are more obliged to be responsive. And you're wanting to get them to say yes as many times in your conversation. And just that's just a little like trick that you can, you know, oh, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? Yes. Oh, you want to like when you're having communications with these businesses that you're approaching. So I chose the gimmick of a sugar cookie. So my sister owns and runs a bakery out of her home, and she does for clients individual sugar cookies, and she has like one of those printers, those digital printers that will print anything, like any photo image that you upload. So I sent her a picture of my company logo, and I just had it printed on individual sugar cookies. And then I didn't even realize she was going to do this. She individually wrapped them and sealed them. So each cookie was individually wrapped and sealed in like a clear plastic wrapper, which was amazing. So I think I got like 50 cookies. But here's the thing, they're freezable. They're freezable. So you get these sugar cookies, you put them in the freezer, and then when you're going to go out and about, like meeting up with a potential client, you just grab a couple out of the freezer, like the day before, and they're thawed. You just stick them in the freezer or sit them out, and they're ready to go. So I liked to use those because when I did certain things, I would hand out the cookies. So I'll tell you. Okay, so you're also going to want to make sure that you are updating your socials while you are posting inside this or inside a housekeeper or a professional cleaning social media group of what your needs are you expressing that with your people on your page? Are you making a cute little flyer, a digital flyer, and posting it? Are you doing that? So also the other thing I definitely recommend to do is to get comfy, get a pad of paper, a piece of paper, and a pen, and then just your phone for the timer, but make sure you turn your phone silent. You don't want to be interrupted during this. So what you're going to do is you're going to literally set a 2-minute timer. You can use your, devices in the home too. I don't even want to say her name because then she'll start talking to me. But do a 2-minute timer, and you are going to mind dump a leads list. So you are going to think of everywhere that you go on a regular basis. Like, what restaurants are you going to? What grocery stores are you going to? What produce markets are like? What dollar stores? What all the things, all the places, all the like maybe you have kids and they're like families and all of that. And so you're going to really start to consider all the people that you know that either own a business or know somebody that owns a business. And you're going to go ahead and just like do 2-minute mind dump of every restaurant that you go to or everybody that you know that owns a restaurant. And then you're going to mind dump hair salons. Who do you know that does hair? Who do you know that is a real estate agent? Because I bet you they work in an office that you want to clean. Just saying. Like, do you go to the dentist? Go in and say, hey, who cleans your office? Like, or notice things that the cleaner is missing and say, hey, who cleans your office? This is, and you pull out your flyer and you hand that to them. And that's how you you just have your flyers on you. So that's why I say like it's kind of a constant. Like you have to this has to be your new best friend until your calendar is full where you're not promoting anymore. Like you don't need I have these, but I don't need to. My calendar is full. So I have also found people on Craigslist, but that wasn't my favorite place for sure. But definitely in local Facebook groups. So like around us, we'd have like Swanton, Monclova, like the outskirts, like country neighborhoods and stuff. And I'm just kind of, I joined a lot of these groups to kind of like not spam and dump like spam advertisements in it, because if they allow you to weekly post, sure, absolutely post a very professional, nice flyer. Don't sound desperate, be cute, be professional, be pulled together, and But, you know, be clear and to the point and honorable and all that kind of stuff. So, but what I was doing was like going in each group once a week and being very intentional. So I wasn't like scroll all the time. But I would go in the Facebook group and I would type the word clean or cleaning in the search bar and just look through the posts, because sometimes there were people that were like, oh, I need my office clean. And so I would contact them. That's literally what I would do. But I would also recommend going on Indeed and look up who is hiring for a cleaner. And I know it sounds crazy because you're a company, but they're trying to hire like an actual person, but that might work too. So on the back of this card, this is a coupon. So the nice thing about this flyer is the one side is like the business side. It like tells them like the business and what we're all about. But this is like the fun, cool side, because yes, I just shrunk down my little logo, plugged it in the corner. I literally just typed in the word golden ticket and clicked image when on a Google search. And then I just like cropped it on Pic Collage and then made this image on Pic Collage. I made this image on Pic Collage. Like that's how I did it. But in the center, it says this ticket is good for $50 off your first cleaning. Offer valid now through, and then a very blank line, because then I carry around, oh, where did I put it? My blue Sharpie. My blue Sharpie. So like it matches the stuff, right? So then I just put my, like a date in there. I don't recommend going more than 30 days. Maybe 2 weeks is good too, because then that gives them that sense of urgency that they want to contact you right away. You don't have to like go into all this stuff though when you're handing these cards out. You can just hand them off and just say, hey, you know, this is a really great deal if you want to check it out. That's it. And keep it simple, because like if they need you, they will be anxious to like have you come give them an estimate. So, you know, estimates are always free. But you are always going to want to make sure that you are carrying your digital measure. Was just like a cheap, I think I paid like $30 for it, but it got me a lot of great jobs. So it's super easy. And again, I'm super not techie. This is by Johnson. I did get it at Menards. So if you want to look up, I don't have links or anything to them. So that's a freebie for Menards, but I'm sure there's a lot of other places that you could get it too. But yeah, it's by Johnson. And it's simple, it's easy, it works, and there's an online video. Just go watch that, not by me, just other, like the actual company made. Just watch that and it'll walk you through how to use it. But it's super lightweight, and literally I would keep this little pouch with, I would just keep like the flyers in it. I would keep my measurer in it and my marker and some business cards. And so I would always have my mobile office just in a cute little bag. So this you know, worked for me. I have no idea where this bag came from. I know it's Isaac Mizrahi, so probably like Target or something. I don't know. My mom got it for me as a gift. So like use what you got. Don't break the bank. Use what you got. So when I went on my first cold call, I was kind of terrified, but I still did it. And I kind of like wanted to vomit a little bit in my mouth, but I didn't. And I made it through, thank God. But I honestly, I had gone on Indeed and I saw that this uh, auto dealership was needing somebody to clean a couple of days a week. I was terrified to go in, but I did it. And so I didn't respond to the ad. I just showed up at the office with my flyer. I was wearing my shirt, but I put like a blazer over it. So I tried to make it look like cute. I wore my hair down and but like working, my hair is always in a ponytail. Um, but I went in with my shirt on. I went in with the flyers, and then I went in with 2 cookies. Just because if there was more than one person at the desk and all you had was one cookie in your hand, like I would feel like, a bad person, and that's not really making everybody happy. So I went in with 2 cookies. Of course, I had a couple extras in the car. So if I had to run out there and grab a couple of more just to like smooth the whole wide world out, I could do that. But I walked in there with my flyer and I said, "Hi, I know I saw your ad online, but I just wanted to drop this by for your convenience. Here's a great deal for you. You can check it out if you're, check it out later if you're busy." If they are not busy and they are looking for people, they will say, "Wait, what is this?" And they will read it immediately. Like if they're not busy, they're looking for people and they will check it out like right away. So I got a walkthrough immediately. And so I walked through the place, and I was very like nervous, but it was great to be like received well. But I feel like when you give them a gift, they have to give something back to you. It's like a psychological, not a trick, but it's psychology that when someone gives something to you're like, if someone gives you a gift at like the holidays, and you don't have anything for them, don't you feel horrible? No, so you like do something to, be kind in return. So that is the mind science behind that. So and but you find what works for you. It doesn't have to be a cookie. I've heard of, if you're trying to clean for schools, think about what these schools need. What are they in need of? You can call the office and ask them, "Hey, are there any specific school supplies that the school's in need of? I'm popping in for a visit with one of the teachers and I wanted to bring something that would actually be really beneficial." They will help you. They're happy to. And it's as simple as that. So think about who you are approaching and what works. And don't forget to get their information. I definitely recommend carrying a little notebook, especially if you carry like a backpack or a bag or anything. Carry something like a little pouch that you can have everything in, which is nice. And that's what I love about this, because then I can keep my measurer in here and my marker and my flyers and my cards and all the things that I need is all in one nice little place. And you look professional when you're pulled together and not frazzled. And don't forget to take their business card, ask their name, and really, it's all about asking permission. If you have a dialogue with people and you, respect their time and don't expect to walk in and just get your way and get a walkthrough, and they are busy and you want to be respectful of that. But if they are, willing to share with you their business card, and just find out with them, say, "Do you want me to check back in a couple of days?" If you ask that question and they say no, then you know what I mean? You know where you stand with them. But most people will say, oh, no, I will actually call you in like an hour. You'll like know when we're going to follow this up. But by asking permission, you need to smooth it out in the communication, essentially, I think is a lot of like people's challenge. And again, I can be goofy and awkward and say the wrong thing and feel stupid and like, oh God, I should have said this and I forgot to say this. And oh, I look like an idiot and I bet I had coffee breath and like, don't should all over yourself. Like, don't do that. Just do your best. Like, literally do your best. And done is better than perfect every dang time. Done is better than perfect every time. So just do your best. And then just make sure that when you are wrapping up your visit, that you take just quick notes in the car to sit for a moment and like write Chuck, whatever his last name is, and like a couple little notes of what he said, something that you want to remember about the conversation. Maybe you want to like remember his cat Fluffy's name. You know what I mean? So you can like check back and say, hey, how was Fluffy's pet surgery? Like, if you can remember those extra little things, it does make a huge, huge difference. But make sure that you are scheduling these checkbacks too. So make sure that if you told the guy at the dealership that you were going to check back with them in 48 hours, that you do that. And then, oh, here's another tip. So go into those groups, go into those online job boards, just 10 minutes a day. And just use the search bar and look cleaning, and just search them every single day for 10 minutes a day. That's it. You don't have to spend all day on it. Just make it a routine. So right now, if you have not already considered which commercial spaces do you want to clean for? Which ones sound the most appealing to you? So I personally wanted to be able to have easy office cleans. I just wanted them to be super easy, super simple. Initially, I wanted to just hire a team to do them and I would manage them. But right now, I just love solo cleaning. It's just easier for me. And, it just works. Because I just didn't want to do like all the paperwork with having the team and everything. I was streamlining my life. So that's what works for me. But you figure out what works for you, what your goals are. Do you want a team? Do you want it to just be a solo cleaning business? How you want to operate. But you can absolutely take commercial cleans and just have it be a solo clean, because I'm living proof. So I don't have tons of commercial cleaning clients outside. Well, I have a few outside of my office / home, like clients that take a bulk of my hours at this point. But I really just say that like you find the people and the situations that are ideal for the lifestyle that you want. So we all want a different lifestyle. So just consider that. So initially when I began, I decided to do something that did not work. And here's the thing. So I tried snail mail. I tried mailing mailers. Now, I say it didn't work. I did get one client from it, but they were never a repeat client. They were by the time I got there, the dust could have made like a whole zoo. It was so thick everywhere, in all of the crevices, everywhere. It was, I mean, brick walls that had like dust like caked on. I mean, it was not an easy job. I did have someone else helping me, and it was a very long job for the two of us. So, and we worked our butts off. um, but I wanted to get a non-residential job finally, and I was like, I'll do whatever. Like, and so, um, what was nice about them though, one, they were very easy to work with. Two, I think it's just a budget thing. Even though it was a legal office, he's not he's kind of like on that retirement plan, so he's not really like working hard. So his budget's a little bit tight, as far as what he wants to spend his money on. And zero judgment, I was happy to help and happy to work with them. And they were professional and a delight, and they, easy payment, and I didn't have to worry about anything, and great communication, and, an ideal client. But I wish that their budget was a little bit different. But when I did get there, because I didn't treat them like crap because they weren't scheduling regular maintenance cleans afterwards, I treated them the same respect that I would give anyone else. They, like I said, they paid me right away. No problems there. But when I got there, they introduced me to the other people in the building. So be a good person. It pays off. Have a good attitude. Also, don't show up to work being stinky. If your body odor and your hair looks like a mess, I mean, first off, your hair should be pulled back, maybe in a hat if you can't seem to get it off your face. If my hair were shorter, like a very short, type of cut, I would wear a hat just to keep it off of my face, or like a headband or something. So with the paper mailers, I honestly, like I said, I did not really do great with it. I was sending out, I tried paper mailers and I sent out, I think like 20 a week. I wanted to like batch them rather than 1,000 or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want it to be like that. I just did like 20 a week because I wanted to not be inundated with that batch of phone calls potentially, you know what I mean? But out of that, I only got that one legal one-time client. I did get to meet some other people. We didn't work, we didn't book anything from that, from those connections, but it's fine. It was good practice for me while I was getting my feet wet. I attended this local community meeting. So I lived in an area called Point Place in Toledo, Ohio. Don't live there anymore, but I lived over there, and I joined the community social media group, and I would like check in. Well, they had a local community meeting. Anybody was welcome to come if they wanted to hear about goings on in the local community. So of course, I'm a business. I want to like meet other business owners and be present. And so I showed up in my shirt, and I brought like a thing of the cookies. I think I brought enough. Yeah, I brought enough cookies for everybody. So everybody had one of my little relief office cleaner cookies. So, and then I brought my flyers. I brought just my little pouch in with my stuff. And then I sat there for the whole meeting. There was a lot of it that didn't have anything to do with me. But then when the meeting was done, well, not really done, like towards the end, they had us kind of like go around and, share something about ourselves and, why we are here, blah, blah, blah. So when it got to be my turn, I passed around the cookies and I said, well, I'm Stephanie with Relief Office Cleaners here. Here's a gift for everybody. Thanks for, listening to me right now. This is what I do. And this is what I'm looking for. Like I would, say I've been a residential cleaner, and I am trying to branch out more into the commercial cleaning side. So if you know of anybody that has a small office or needs post-construction deep clean for an office, something like that, before you move into a new space, maybe get it cleaned up before you move all your desks in there and whatnot. I'd be happy to help you out. So here is and then you pass around the little ticket. Here's a great deal for you all. So it does have a date on it though, so make sure to get a hold of me right away for a free estimate. And that's it. And that is it. And then I wrapped it up and then I sat there and couldn't breathe for a second. But then I was all right. And then I just hung around for a few minutes after the meeting. You can't like take off. So I slowly got up and was being cordial and polite to the folks around me. And one guy makes a beeline over to me and he was like, "Hey, where's your card?" And even though I had passed him out, he like lost it somehow, but that's fine. So I gave him a card and I'm like, and he's like, "Actually, and he was with the city and the city needed restrooms cleaned. Unfortunately, it was above the team size that I had. So I honestly couldn't accommodate him, but I still did bid on the job just to get my feet wet and do that. But, it was like, I'm like, what just happened? But by being polite, by having the gift, by being a good listener in the meeting as much as you can, don't dial out. Do not be scrolling on your phone during this meeting. Like dial in and make sure that you are respecting others. So another thing that can work, but it is costly if you want to participate in it, but I do have a hack and I'm not trying to be like any kind of way. But BNI is a business networking local group, and cities like mine, Toledo, they have multiple chapters in a city of Toledo size. So you may find that there are more than one BNI chapter, but they are only allowed one of your type of business. So if they already have a residential or commercial cleaner within their BNI organization, they won't be able to bring you into their community because that would be kind of killing each other's business essentially. So you may have to explore until you can find one. But if you want to pay the money, it is a lot. But I just kind of found that there's a little hack. So I have gone to I think 2 BNI meetings. One was with my now ex-husband. He wanted me to go with him to one. They were okay with it. And then another one after I was divorced, and I was doing a home party plan business, and I was just kind of checking it out and seeing what it was all about as far as like the cost and what their expectations were time-wise, and if it made sense, because some are very restrictive of you must be at this breakfast every week or you get kicked out, or you have to promote X amount of times a week or you get kicked out. So I just wanted to kind of get my bearings. And a lot of the BNI chapters are 100% okay if you come in to test them out, to just do like a one week tester, like to test them out and to see if you vibe with them, you know what I mean? If like it makes sense for you, and if you feel like these other businesses can and really will help promote you. And that's the benefit to a BNI chapter, is that you'll have a floral company in there that's promoting you. You will have a carpenter that's promoting you. You will have an electrician that is promoting you. You will have like different markets that are promoting your service. So if it makes sense to your goals and people that would connect within the people that you want to know, then yes, that might be a financial benefit for you to invest the money to go on a regular monthly basis, or I don't know if it's maybe even bi-weekly, but I feel like it's probably more of a monthly basis for most of them, but I could be wrong. But that could be an option for you if you feel called to do that. Also, contact your Chamber of Commerce. This is not something that I did, but you can ask like about property management companies. Ask your current clients, who do you know who owns or manages a business? I'm gonna like role play here. Who do you know that owns or manages a business? Like, who do you know? Anybody that owns like a restaurant, a store, like, you know, pastor to church, like, you know what I mean? Like things like that. As soon as you start saying like stuff like who runs a salon, who runs a whatever type of business that you want to do, if you ask your clients this, and they might know somebody that they can connect you with. And then what I would recommend ask them to do is, okay, I just have one more quick favor to ask you, please. Can you just text me like a referral, like comment, something that if you were to post on a review, like, Stephanie gets 5 stars. She's always punctual. She goes above and beyond. She sees things that we would have missed. All, you know, and like a client review. Just, can you post a client review, but just text it to me. I'm going to snapshot it and then just share it with your friends so they see what you know, or if you just want to text them that, that's cool too. And if they're like friends, like they'll text them that. Likes. That means the friends, the stuff that they like, oh, you got to get this. Oh, okay. That's how it works. Like that's, people just, if I am your friend, I already know and I trust you. So if my friend that I know and trust says, I know what you like, just trust me, you're going to like this. And okay, like I cannot tell you how many times I have done that. We've all done it. And that's honestly, it's so great because like I have so many clients that I got from other clients that I got from other clients that I got from, like, so this is something that I don't do, but it's just because I'm not like really active on it. But LinkedIn, I don't really like understand. I do the social media that I do, and then like the other stuff that I don't do, I really don't understand or know, or because I just don't use it. But I guess you can post like before and after pictures on LinkedIn is a good option, especially if you are looking to get into particular markets. Like if you want to get just legal offices because it's just paper and stuff. Like I have an insurance agent that I clean their very small office for, and it's just me, and it's just 1 hour, like 2 times a month. That's it. And I get paid a really great money, and now it's easy to maintain because all I do is just like when I see stuff, like the one extra little thing here or there, I just touch it up really quick. It takes 2 seconds. Do you know what I mean? It's now like sweat off my back to like just to do. I always try to find one extra little thing to do each time on those visits just to help that be maintained, like basically like a monthly task that you would do. So you can also join or contact the Junior League if you are a female business owner. So it's a women's business supporting other women's business. And this is nothing that I have ever done, but I have considered doing, but I never did it. It's more on the end of you're going to have a lot of galas to go to, and I was not about that life at the time when. And you can post monthly specials. So again, just make a cute little image on your pic collage or your Canva, and then you're just going to post it on local Facebook groups and marketplace even. And again, within the Facebook groups, can I just say, just look before you post, just look at the group's rules. If they say don't spam, then maybe get yourself out of that group if all you're doing is keeping that group to promote in, if that makes sense. Because you kind of know like that vibe of the group. But make sure that it's cool and you're within the group rules. And then post like a reel, whatever your vibe is. If you are, do you consider yourself like a goofball? Like, are you funny? Do you like jokes and stuff? Like maybe post like some funny cleaning stuff. Another thing you can do is to book vendor events for local businesses. So a town that I grew up in Bedford, Bedford Township in Michigan, every year they used to have a Bedford Business Association town fair, and literally everybody would come. It was inside our high school. They would have like a high school band doing stuff, and it was just like a whole community thing, but so many people came to this. Now, a lot of like the craft bazaar things, like those are very small, but even a small trade show can be beneficial, and here's why. So you're always going to show up early. Like if you can get in at 9 a.m., get there at 9 a.m. and set up. And then as all the other vendors get there, but before it starts, then you need to go around and take everyone one of your flyers. Literally, you need to take everyone one of your flyers. I would carry like the whole thing around because they might say, oh my gosh, and like 3 other businesses in our strip mall also need you. So that would be a great way to like, yes, girl, yes. Now, I'm not even talking about like a referral bonus that you could offer your clients too. So if you wanted to get creative and make a cute little image and text it out to all your current clients and say, hey, I am, branching out and I want to meet your friends, something cute like that. Like, I want to meet your friends. Who do you know that owns a business? I want to reward you for that with $50 off your next cleaning for everybody that you refer to me that signs up for monthly cleaning, something like that. So $50 is $50. And if that client is going to sign up with you for month after month after month after month of service, that's like, you can't like put a number on how much that's worth. Again, at the vendor event, do not forget to, just like when you're going out doing your other prospects, you're getting business cards, you're getting names, you're taking notes, you're making sure that you do the follow-ups that you promise. You always want to under promise and over deliver, so never make a promise that you can't keep. So make sure that you are collecting business cards along with giving out your flyers, and make sure you're dating them too. Okay, so tell us, which one of those ideas are you going to do today? So challenge yourself to do one of those that sounds like the most fun or the easiest or what you can fit in your schedule. Pick one, commit to it now by putting it in the comments below, so we can, help keep you inspired and engaged and working towards your goals every day. I am here today to support your growth. I always, always, always believe in you. So stay connected and let us know in the comments how I can be a better service to you.